Poducer.
What's up?
Yo, we're doing a podcast.
Hell yeah.
I'll do a little intro.
Okay.
Sometimes we like wait too long to do the intro and we're like halfway through the show. I'm like, so today we're sitting down with like but yeah, what's up guys? This is Poducer, the podcast for producers. Today we're joined by Ashton.
How we doing?
We're doing good, man. Yo, what's up guys? Before we get into today's show, I want to take a quick moment to talk about our sponsor, QUAKE. As music producers and concert enthusiasts, we know how important it is to protect our ears. That's where QUAKE's Dub Muffs V2 come in. They aren't just any earplugs, they're a game changer. What sets Dub Muffs V2 apart, first off, their quality. They're better than any plugs I've ever used. I use them all the time. I have custom in-ear plugs. These are my main ones that I bring to shows. You get premium sound clarity, preserving those crisp highs and deep lows, all while safeguarding your ears from damaging volumes. And the best part, they don't break the bank. Quality and affordability, son. Let's talk customization. QUAKE knows one size doesn't fit all. That's why they offer two sizes. Whether you're at an intimate gig or a massive festival, Dub Muffs V2 fit comfortably in your ears, making sure you're protected no matter how long the show lasts. Let's face it, we've all left concerts with ringing in our ears. It's not good, but it ends up happening. But it doesn't have to be that way. Protect your ears while enjoying the pure sound of music with QUAKE's Dub Muffs V2. As a special thank you to our listeners, QUAKE is offering an exclusive discount. Just use the code POD15 at checkout to save on your first purchase. As a motto of our show, make sure you protect your ears. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying also that the first time we met was at Undercoast for like a very like impromptu
it was good.
Conversation on the grass. It was... I'm actually surprised that it came out good because it was loud.
Yeah.
We were just chilling in the back.
Came out of the whim. I was like, and I came up to you. I was like, we have to do this. I was like, this is how much time I have. And then, That was good.
It was
We talked about the lettuce and...
The lettuce, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, what's your favorite kind of lettuce? Like, we got like iceberg, we got romaine, we got a bunch of different leafy greens. Do you have one that you go for?
I mean, I'd say like spinach or like romaine. For sure.
You get the like the what is it, the spring mix where it's like different.
I eat pretty healthy. I eat like salad like every day, like a chicken salad. It's
really?
pretty basic normal thing to do, but so I eat a lot of lettuce.
I go for the arugula.
Yeah,
it's kind of bitter, but I like it. You put a little I don't know, balsamic or like something to bring out, to make it less bitter. That's what I go for.
No, you're good. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, and lettuce, for people who don't know what the fuck we're talking about, is flow, like your hair. It's like a lacrosse term. Go check out the Undercoast interview. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, dude, thank you for taking a second to
I appreciate you.
Yeah. We can start out with, I don't remember did I ask you what your first concert was?
First concert, I think my first like EDM concert was like a Spring Awakening. Like, I don't even remember what year. It was probably like when I moved here, like 2020 or something, maybe even before. But definitely like Warped Tour, like, because I'm from Pennsylvania, Erie, Pennsylvania. So I went to Warped Tour like up in Pittsburgh. I don't even know what year that was, but that was probably like my first like cognitive like memory of a show or a concert.
Do you remember who was playing?
Honestly, no, not really. Yeah,
it was just
I was like 16. It was probably someone really good, and I probably had an amazing time. But it just slips my mind. Yeah,
the festivals are sometimes hard to recount. Like, I'll think about this Spring Awakening that me and my friends went to, and they're like, "No, man, it was Afrojack." I'm like, "Dude, it was Skrillex." I'm like,
At this point, I don't even like. I've just been to so many shows and stuff. It's just like, who haven't I seen? Honestly, at this point, it's like, oh, you know what I mean.
Is there anyone that you're like, damn, I need to see them? Like, Jacob Collier is coming into town, and like, he's not. It's weird. You know Jacob? Like, you've heard of him in the ether? No. Mm-mm. He's like this savant. Okay. Actually, savant might not be the right word because that has like certain implications. But like, he is amazing and so talented.
Okay.
And has like perfect pitch and all that stuff. He gets the crowd to like sing for him.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah. So
Crowd
like
control. Yeah.
exactly.
That's
Flosstradamus to that track.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But like, I actually don't even like. He's so talented that his music is almost. It's not my favorite, but I feel like to go to his show would be cool.
Like the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand.
So I want to see him. I mean, obviously, there's some legends like Daft Punk. Like I would love to see.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would say like I've never seen Skrillex. Like as you said, you brought him up.
You've never seen Skrillex?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what am I doing? Like the GOAT. Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. I'd have to go. I mean, he's playing like a lot of stuff now, but like I don't know if he's on like Bonnaroo, but I feel like I'd have to go to like one of those festivals. You know what I mean?
Fred again's at Bonnaroo. The Bonnaroo lineup looks sick. Actually,
Yeah,
it's like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Tame Impala, Post Malone.
Yeah, it's just not my crowd, my thing.
Do you camp? I don't want to camp. I'm too old.
Honestly,
now.
I'm done. I said that to like my buddies. I'm like, I'm 32, and like we've been to like so many festivals now. I'm like, I never want to camp again.
The camping, because the sleep part.
It's the sleep, and then like you literally spend so much money for this experience where you don't shower and you just have your tent, and like maybe I sound bougie, but like I've done it so many times where like I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
it's not worth it.
I feel that.
And just get sick for no reason. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, my body's fucked.
Yeah, all the dust and everything that just accumulates, like.
Yeah, and it's like at least Bonnaroo is 4 days.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude,
that's a lot.
That's a lot, and the way that they get you, it's like you could get like 2 days separately, but it's basically the same price as 4 days at that point. Okay. So
that's an expensive fest too.
Yeah, but I've never been to Bonnaroo. Never been to Forest either.
Forest is like my favorite fest. It's so magical.
Still magical?
I mean, so I didn't go last year, but I went the year before. And yeah, it's just so... They're just... Even if you don't want to see like music, you can just get lost in a whole different reality. Like there's there's like adventures you can do where you like accumulate cards and stuff and then unlock like this like whole quest. And then there's like so many different things you can see. Like this one, we really pulled up into this random spot in the fest, and this guy's juggling a chair on his back, like spinning it, like, and that's just like 2 examples of what happens at Forest.
So you could do side quests the whole time. You don't even have to do the main quest.
You honestly don't even have to see like the music if you don't want to. You can just get lost in the woods.
Wow,
it's amazing. Yeah, it's so cool. It is getting like more like normie, like normalized, like year after year. But like, I feel like all the time people say that, but it's like your experience. Would you take on anything in life? So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. It's such a good festival.
All right,
and the stages are so sick. Yeah,
I'll check it out. Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Word, man. Well, let's get into a little bit of origin story.
Okay.
When did you start producing? When did you start getting into music?
Yeah, so I'll say I've always wanted to do something with music, and like I've always been obsessed. Like always listened to music my entire life, and you know I played like bunch of different instruments growing up, but nothing like serious. Like I played like violin when I was in like 5th grade, and then I played like the xylophone in like, you know, high school just to do it for the class. And then like I tried picking up a guitar. I even got like this game for like the Xbox. I forget what it's called, but like it would like teach you how to play guitar. And I'm like,
Guitar Hero? But no.
It's literally like Guitar Hero, but you use an actual guitar and it teaches you. Yeah, I forget the name of it, but it was sick. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got my thing.
Did it work? Because I thought about that. I remember during the pandemic, I picked up the guitar, and I saw that was a thing.
It was cool, yeah.
And I was like, would that actually help me learn? Mm-hmm. Did it help you learn?
It did. I learned this like Arctic Monkeys song because I was obsessed with them, and then I'm like, after that, I was just like, whatever, and I gave up on it. And I've always played like I'm a huge like computer PC like gamer. I've always played PC.
You play WoW, right?
I do.
You're dude.
I still play it. Yeah, not as much as I used to, but yeah, that is like the best game ever.
Dangerous game. I know my brother played WoW. I played a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, dude. And then like the year before COVID happened, my sister just got me like this little DJ deck. It was like this big. It was called D-Juiced, and I'm like, all right,
D-Juiced?
D-Juiced, yeah.
It's so funny because it's like I will always find a new, like someone will always say a new piece of technology that I haven't heard of. They're like, yeah, I was using fucking D juice. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Okay.
Like, it sounds like a sports drink, but it's for DJs. But yeah, like my sister got it for me, and I was like, all right, cool, let's run it. And then basically I started messing around with it, and then I like moved to Chicago, like, you know, that summer after that. And then basically I worked at a company called cars.com, and I was at, like, you know how like companies have like the water like stations you can get like fill up whatever in like a corporate office or something,
Like for cars specifically?
no, just for employees. Yeah. And I had a festival wristband on, and my buddy's like, oh, like you go to shows and stuff. His buddy's Dan Kazlav. He goes by Kazlav. He's like one of my best friends. And I was like, yeah. So we just started like, you know, being friends, and then this goes into like this whole story. And then
we can get into it.
yeah, no, this is cool. And then so we started hanging out, and then he's like, hey, like I want you to come meet my two friends, Megan and Sam. He went to college with them. And then we went and hung out with them like that next weekend, and then they asked me like, hey, we're going to this cabin in Kentucky, and we're kind of just gonna go like out in the woods, like COVID's about to happen, like we know shit's about to go down, whatever, and just go like party, meet some people. And so I brought that deck with me in the car to Kentucky. I've never DJed in front of anyone, so I was like mixing on this little D-Juice in the car to my friends Megan and Sam for like 4 hours.
Plug in
the aux, yeah, with D-Juice, dude, going in. Yeah. And then we get to Kentucky, and I'm just like mixing in front of like 15 people the entire weekend for like my first time ever. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking sick. Like
out of the car speakers.
No, like we had like a speaker, and I brought the deck, and no one knew us. It was the first time ever meeting these people, because this was like a combined group of like 4 different group of people. And like after that weekend, those people were like the most wholesome, loving people. They like changed my life, honestly, because I've always had like high school friends and shit growing up, but I moved out to Chicago. I didn't really know that many people. And they're just so wholesome and loving. Shout out to Saw Squad, and you know who you are. Love all y'all. And then I DJ'd in front of them, and then after that weekend, I was like, dude, I'm gonna do this. So that coming weekend, Cairo, on Tuesday nights, they have open decks, and I went by myself, didn't know anyone, and I go and DJ, and Brian Carl's there, you know, runs Swamp Woofers and stuff. He was the first person I ever met in the scene. And I DJ'd, and he's like, dude, you're fucking sick. What the fuck? How long you been doing this? I'm like, that's my first time ever touching CDJs. He's like, hell yeah. Yeah. So like, he's like,
you knew that you had to like bring the USB.
Yeah, I just sent it, dude. Yeah. I just went for it, and then I did it, and I just wanted to do that. And then after that, I shout out to Brian. He's such a cool dude. And then after that, like, I just like started going to like Base Station, and then I'll go to like afters, and that's where I met like, you know, Marco and my best friend Daniil, and like Mooski, like all these people. And then like a month after that, Marco was like, hey, come play this show on Thursday. I'm like, dude, really? And it was like it was like a snowstorm. My friend Dan Beddig drove us, me and like 4 other people to station. It was just a group of 5 people and me playing, and no one was there, but like I played on an actual stage. And after that, I just kept going and going, and then I met a group called like Abandoned Planet. I got really incorporated that, and I started playing like actual shows, and just keep snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. And then I started a group. It was called Ace Management with one of my high school friends, and I have a tattoo right here, Forever Branded.
Hell yeah.
That's like, so it was Vago, his name's Evan, and then Quelo Key, Zogon.
Quelo Key, I think we're gonna get him on the pod. He's coming into town at the end of the month.
That dude, he's gonna be famous. It's just any day now. He's like my best friend. And then Slots. These are all like the OG members of it. And then Hit or Miss. That's a group from Florida. And then Alias. And then Wilco Beats. And yeah, so basically we had 2 groups. So one part of Ace Management was in Florida. The other part was in Chicago. And basically we would just, do our thing. And we kind of had like the East Coast. Like we weren't like huge or anything, but we were playing like shows, like up and coming artists. And like we had this shit clicking. So like to go from like Cairo on a Tuesday to do that with like all your really good friends like artists just upbringing each other. And then like we were going crazy. Like we go to so many festivals. Like we went to like 10 festivals in 1 year, and we'd bring our flag, Ace Management flag, and like we'd go everywhere. And just like people started like started getting recognition, and we started playing shows and everything. It was nuts. And then eventually, I got signed to Prism, and then I had to like pick, management. And then after that, it kind of like dissolved and everything. But like forever grateful for that, everyone a part of it, and everyone that's ever followed us and stuff. And now we're here today. After that conversation at my company, just over a festival wristband, and took a chance and met like the most wholesome people of my life, and it was life changing. So yeah.
So those people, you were saying that you have your high school friends and whatever, but like these were people that maybe understood.
Yeah,
like
just kind of like just like being different and unique, and like what you want to do, and just like caring, and like each person like in that whole group with like opened me with the most open arms. I didn't know any of these people, and now like all of them are like, and they're all scattered, like Columbus, Florida, like some people live in New York.
It's kind of nice,
Detroit.
Though. So you got people to
it's crazy,
go be like, hey, I'm in town.
Yeah, so we like go to fests, and we'd all meet up, and we'd have this huge group. So like then we'd have like our, like we call our Saw Squad, and then we'd have like our Ace group, and then we had like all the Chicago like music, like people that go to fests all around the country. It's so big, and then we'd all collide, and then there's like all the people from Dub Hub, and just like the connections from Chicago are just endless, and like the friends. Yeah. So it's just like, it was nuts. Yeah. Just an army of people.
Do you remember what festival wristband you had on?
It was maybe like one of the Spring Awakening. Like I wear things for like years.
Yeah.
No, like literally, like I have this like thing right here. This little wristband's from Jamaica. It's like from like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so I
had this, like the Live Strong.
Yeah.
Like the silicone thing.
Yeah.
I had this one from Amsterdam.
Yeah.
That we went in high school, and it just had like a weed thing. It said Amsterdam, and I wore it for so long that it was just a black wristband.
That's how all these are.
And dude, I still have it. I took it off and retired it because those things, you get snagged on something, it's gonna break. And somehow I protected it for so long. So I get
it lives
you.
strong, man.
It's living strong. Yeah, they got to bring those back. Those are swag.
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know what wristband it was, but yeah, like it's just crazy how like little instances in life can like traject you to a whole different like people, atmosphere, and then just taking chances anytime in life is just like, if you don't risk things, like what are you doing? Yeah.
I have this theory / like rule that I live by, which is you got to create a little bit of chaos in your life.
100%. Yeah.
Because if you the more like, obviously if it gets too chaotic, it's too much, but like if you have a little bit of chaos, that creates the opportunities to potentially, you never know. That's what I hate this, because it's like you tell people that are coming up and you're like, yeah, you just gotta like create opportunities for yourself.
Dude, facts. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, fuck, you never know how like one dude that you meet on the street. Like I met fucking Snake Blood at Primary. I like asked him for a cig, and like
yeah, you never know.
And then it's just like, now we got the Quake sponsorship.
That's
you know
amazing.
What I mean? It's just like I don't know. You never know how things are gonna go. It could be the smallest, loosest connection. And maybe you just hit it off on like some friendship level stuff, and then you're like, oh wait, we could work together too. Yeah.
No, I totally understand. Everyone's just people at the end of the day, like no matter what field of like work or music or whatever. And like I'm nowhere like big or anything, but like a lot of people are like, how did you kind of get to the point where you at? And I was just like, dude, just go to shows and meet people, and like just be friendly, be yourself. Like don't be DMing people on like Instagram or Facebook, play a show. Just go like.
Yeah, you don't have to be super strategic.
Be like, hey, my name's Ashton. Like, what's up? How you doing? And then like actually show like you care about someone else. Yeah, and that's how you get places in life.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like
being a good person can actually take somewhere. Oh shit. Yeah.
It just sucks because it's like when you're trying to come up, whatever, figure stuff out for yourself. It's like, that's such a loose piece of advice. But it's like really the way to do it.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. So
yeah. So how's you recently moved to Florida?
Yeah, so I just moved. As we talked about controlled chaos, I've had a lot of that in my life, like the last year. But yeah, I just moved like 4 weeks ago. So basically I like lost my job like 2 months ago. Just kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing.
What were you doing?
I was selling, making calls for life insurance. My homie like got me the job. I just
Is that like, yo, you're kind of old,
dude.
You might die.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll never get into sales stuff. I was literally like ripping like 150 calls a day, saying like the same script over and over. And I've worked in like call sales and
The
stuff
scripts
before.
work too.
Yeah, like I can talk, like I can like, and that's like a thing that like everyone needs in their life. So like, all right, I'm gonna take a chance, like really potential in it. Like my buddy's killing it. It's a cool field, but I was just like working from home, playing WoW at the same time, ripping calls, just like kind of floating. And then eventually I didn't get my license for it. So I got let go. Like I did good. My numbers are fire, but I was like, honestly, I think I was just meant to be. Cause I don't think that was like my future anyway. So then I was just like,
Yeah, that just seems like a job.
yeah, no, yeah, but it's a huge career, but it just wasn't my kind of thing. Anyway,
I
yeah.
want to like just stick on it for a second. Was
You're
it like
good, you're good.
was it kind of sad sometimes?
In a way, yes, yeah, because I know what I'm talking about to them. You know what I mean? It's like,
how old are the people that you're calling? Are they like generally
You
like
never
50?
know.
You don't know.
Never know.
How do you know how the company source their like list? It's like got to be from some database that knows.
yeah. So mostly, like a lot of them were for like Facebook ads and stuff, and people would see they would get, you know, a life insurance quote for this price, and then they get cycled. And dude, they had hundreds of leads. It was a great company. It's just so much. Like they had endless leads. Like the calls were nuts.
Yeah.
Like not nuts in a sense of like chaotic, but it's just like calls and calls and calls. And I've like done calls, like sales, cold calling before. So this is like warm leads. That means like, you know, it's people that are actually interested.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I get them. So my role is just basically be the intro, get them on the phone, say my script, I would ask them the most like in-depth questions though, because at a point you have to like check off. Like I was like, do you have a felony? Have you ever had like cancer? Like, are you a smoker?
What's your social?
Not there. But like a lot of people, like my vibe to like, you know, like business and stuff, where it was like I always try people make like feel comfortable with me. So like that's how I would be able to like spin them into like getting interested, and then I would like pass them over to like the actual agent that's like licensed, and then basically it's like we're teeing them up to them. So it's not like a guarantee that they'll get on the life insurance, but if I can get past me, I mean, you're interested, because it's something everyone wants. But it's just so crazy to ask these questions to someone that I don't even know on the phone.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Well, it's
do
one
you
of
have
those
HIV, AIDS, felony, like all this stuff, like
personal information.
personal stuff, and like your age. I have to, because a lot of it's populated. It's like, are you 6'4", like 280, and it's all this stuff. And some people like hang up the phone, like, I'm sorry, I don't know how much you weigh. I'm just confirming.
Are you
these things.
overweight?
Yeah, or are you like 5'1", 120? It's like, I don't know, man. I'm just doing my job.
It says you have a micro penis. Just like, it's like getting into like their medical records, because like medical records are sensitive information too.
Dude,
You gotta
yeah.
keep that shit on
Especially
lock.
over the phone. Like the more I feel like the age is going with technology, like the phone call is like thing that's kind of dying in a way, because like email and all that stuff, and like they don't know you.
And the AI voice calling, I'm sure you can just get.
Dude, I would always get these like random ones where like someone pre-recorded like Dr. Phil or some random shit, because they know people are like cold calling them. And then also like there is like AI ones too, where they'll just say the same shit, and then like they'll pause, and then you'll be like, keep talking, and then they'll bring on the conversation, but you can tell it's not a real person. Like, yeah, I was like, oh, they got me, and just hang up the phone.
Yeah. Dude, I've been getting some weird ones where it's like texts that like the spamming has just gotten sophisticated. They'll text me stuff like, yo dude, I'm like in town. And I'm like, you know, thinking like, oh, is this someone that I was corresponding with about the podcast?
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, hey, like I don't have your number, who is this? And I'm pretty sure that they're just doing that to like see if the phone line is like active. I don't know what they can do with that, but it's like,
dude,
you can never be too careful.
No, you know, I literally just got a text kind of like that the other day. Like, I just moved to Florida, so no one really knows who I am, and I just started working out at this gym. I'm not even gonna say the gym, because you never know if this person like stalking me on the side road or something.
Yeah, it's freaky, man.
Yeah, and I have like a Pennsylvania area code, very specific area code. Like you're not gonna get this. And this person was like, hey, like I got your number at the gym. I'm like, I don't even talk to anyone at the gym. And like how you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, this is David. I'm like, no, this isn't David. And I was like, how did you even get my number? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just put in one number in the wrong thing, but she said the gym I go to, the specific one. And I'm like, this is weird. And I was just like, how did you get my number? And she's like, I just told you. But like, how are you doing? Do you want to be my friend? I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, what? Also,
Twilight Zone. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Well, it's also something that I think about too, being like more, in the social realm of like putting yourself, like, as an artist, you're putting yourself out there. You're telling people, hey, I'm gonna be at this place at this time. And it's kind of, it's just like you got to be a little bit careful about certain aspects. If you're promoting a show, it's like of course that's where you're gonna be.
Oh, everything we do as like artists and like what we're doing now, it's so open now, and like I feel like the line is like thin. Where it could get compromised.
Someone could take like, dude, literally if someone texts me, is like, yo, dude, I'm super excited to work on the podcast with you, I'd be like, wait, I should respond to this. But it's like, that could be just like all they would have to do is just find me.
Don't click that link.
Like, basically, if you ever get a link, never click that.
And they're getting smart with it too.
Anyway, tangent.
It's okay. That was a good one.
So you moved to Florida though. How's it been out there?
Yeah. So I wasn't supposed to move there permanently. Like my plan was just get my shit together, make some money, live my rent, like love my parents. Not everyone has that option to do that.
So you moved there with your parents?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's cool. Yeah. Like I get along with them so well. They're like listen, like you're at the point where my music's good. It's not fully like incomeable, whatever. Still need money, as a lot of people do in this world. That's how it goes. They're like, just come here, reset. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I got a job. It's fire. It's good. And something about the sunshine is just changing my reality of life. Like, if you're ever sad, just go outside. And then, like, I'm working out like 4 times a week, eating super healthy, got this job.
Oh, yeah. You and Munchie have been on this, like...
No, he stopped. He's a snot. Yeah.
Well, I feel like when I saw him doing that, I was like, that's sick.
Yeah.
But then I saw him on the tour, with the Dose of Salt tour. And I was like, bro, there's no way you can, like, you have to be so disciplined to be able to get in your workouts and not like eat shitty and
or like party and shit. No, that kickstarted though, so I'm happy I got him on that wave, but I don't think he's really doing it anymore. It's all right, Munch, you can get back on it.
Whenever you get back on it.
Yeah, but you suck. It's okay. I love you, buddy.
So the sunshine, like, you feel like it has a
very good vibe on me. Yeah, because I've always
even in Chicago, like, the sun is not as strong in Chicago.
Yeah, it's like, and we only get a certain amount of months, and I always thought I'd live in somewhere warm, but I don't know when it was. I didn't expect it to be soon like this, because I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, and that is like, we get the lake effect snow of like what Buffalo we would get shit on. We get like around here we get inches. No, dude, there'd be like 3 to 4 feet of snow. Like, it's crazy over there. So like, coming here, I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. But yeah, I just like life happens, and I just like going with the flow, and everything's like, it's cool because I'm just doing things I want to do every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you look tanner than I saw you last time too.
I should have took off the hoodie. It's like,
yo, I'm tan.
Yeah, it's really good though. Yeah, just like working out, music.
Nice.
It's a whole different routine that like I need structure, and it's good. It's all good things. Yeah.
Good,
so
man.
Cool. Yeah.
What's going on? Like, I saw you have another date in Chicago. Like, what's kind of game plan for playing shows and
it's all still the same. Yeah, that was another thing. Was like, my job was like, I'm like I said, kind of whatever before. I'm not like up a level of like the music industry, like fully income. But it's my passion. That's what I do. I'm not giving up on it. So like, that job's allowing me to do it. And so
you don't have to explain yourself either. This is most people,
for sure. Yeah, no, it's hard to get to that point.
Even people that are at a high level. Yeah, it's like you still might have to make some money in a different way.
For sure. Yeah. So, where are we at? Oh yeah, I get it. So, yeah, it took that because they allow me to follow my passion still. So I have a show coming up. It's Genesis Art Collective, the 3-year anniversary at Bay Station. So I'm mainly a house artist. That's what I started on. But the Wook has taken over in me. And my art is going in a way different direction, and I'm like really excited about it. I've never like pressured my art or my creativity. Like, wherever it flows, just run with it. Yeah, and that's like how it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's go back to the beginning a little bit. You started out with house. So like, we talked about kind of how you got into the the festival scene, going to shows and all that, but like, when did you start making music?
Yeah, so it would be, I didn't start producing until probably like a year after I started mixing. So I DJ'd first.
DJ first, yeah.
DJ first, which was like, I'm more of like a social, like in the world experience kind of person. So I think that's why I started DJing first, kind of how it happened in my life. And I'm like, okay, this is super, super fun. But I'm like, if I want to go anywhere with this and like truly take my passion to the next level, people need to hear what I like and what I can create. So then started producing. I'm all self-taught, never went to any school, YouTube University, like just picked up on other people's techniques and stuff. And yeah, I just made my own shit. So yeah.
What do you use?
Ableton. I started off on FL because it looked like an old Xbox, like HUD. Yeah, HUD. So I was like, FL is cool, and then you have to like channel rack and everything. And I'm like, oh, this isn't cool anymore. And then I switched to Ableton, and yeah, that's what I use. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you started producing house?
Yeah. So I've always just liked house, like bass house. It's my favorite. Like Night Bass is my favorite label ever. Always tried.
They just did AC Slater.
I know, they did the same night as I played the show.
Yeah, at the Salt
I was
show.
like, all my friends are going to see my favorite artist of all time, and it's okay. Yeah,
it's okay, dude. There was a lot of shows this weekend.
There's so many.
It was kind of like too many.
Yeah, definitely like congested. But yeah, so I've always made house. But I've tried to do different kind of like house, so different levels to it. So I've made like, pure tech house or like bass house, drops, or I've done music with a saxophone player. His name's Eugene. So I do a lot of different things with my music regarding just house. So I've had like different levels to what I do, and I would play a lot of shows with Eugene where I'm mixing and he's playing saxophone live. It's a beautiful experience.
Did you guys do that at Undercoast?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
and then we had cool. Quay up there too. So like, and that's another thing where like Quay will come up, and we would, it's just like, it's so sick. Like, cause like you have, my creativity and another person just killing it on the saxophone and someone like rapping. So it's like, it's cool to just conjure all these different like realms of music into one. So that's why I think another thing is like my music is, I just try to be unique and like do what I want to do, and that's I think where I've got to where I've gone, because it's like different. It's cool. Yeah.
What's like the latest production under Ashton, like style wise?
Yeah, so like I said, the Wook has taken over. So like with the house, I would call it like Wook house. That's how we said it.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, so it always makes it's like weird. I always like doing, like, dude, I'm gonna make like a night bass banger, like, what I mean, that kind of vibe. But it always goes to this like weird spectrum of like, I don't even know. It's just like so different. So then I was like, dude, let's just try like a tape beat kind of song, deep dub. And I've been having so much fun with it. That's all I've been producing like the past like 6 months, maybe even longer. So yeah, so I'm doing something now. I'm not like ditching my name or anything.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah. So like when I play house, I'm just gonna be Ashton. But like when I do like my deep dub experimental vibe, I'm gonna call like Ashton, or I'm calling Ashton Presents Grim. So I have my little like Grim Reaper, and I'm gonna do like a whole like experience with this, like whole like, because I'm at the point where like I want to like have someone be so immersive in my music. When they give me 1 hour of their life, I want them to be in it, like all my visuals, like everything. And then I'm gonna have some other things I'm gonna do too. So it's like, but I'm not gonna say it. But my plan is to have like, so I played a Grim set on Friday, like yesterday. But the April 26th show is like when I really want to like, it's gonna be all done
presented.
Yeah, it's gonna be raw
for the first time.
It's gonna be raw. Yeah.
So maybe there are some things you can't talk about, but are you going to release music under Grim, or
no? Just Ashton.
It's just going to be like present, like the album will be like Grim.
So, yeah, my plan is I have one done, and I want to release it basically probably end of this month or the week after, and it's going to be called Money Everywhere. It's a like deep dub, and yeah, it's just going to be under my name, and just go from there.
What's the thought behind money everywhere.
you have to wait to see the song.
Okay.
It's just kind of like one of the lyrics in the song. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you a Grim Adventures fan?
No.
That show? It's like the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I know what you're talking about. I never really watched it though. Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but yeah, I never really watched it though. But
what's the symbology behind
the Reaper?
The Reaper, yeah.
Literally nothing.
Just cool.
So this dude named Medler, he's a house artist as well, and he like made my logo. It was like $50, and this was like when I first started. I was like, dude, I just need like a logo. I was like, what do you think of this? It had this little Reaper next to it. I'm like, dude, that is so fucking sick. Yeah, it's so cool because it's like he's cute, but he's kind of deadly, and it's like it's different, and like so like if you like, there's probably 100 million people named Ashton in this world, but if you see this little dude, like that's me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's cool to have something like attached to your name, and then like, or like I have all these bucket hats, and like I see someone like random with my hat, I'm like, dude, and you know what I mean? It's like cool, yeah, to have something attached to you.
Yeah, a logo. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of making me think that there was somehow subconsciously the life insurance.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know why that's where I go. I'm sure that. I'm sure it's way more like you're trying to help these people get onto a good plan. Whatever.
What if I was calling them and I was like, yo, this is the Reaper, you better get life insurance? They're like,
yeah, the clock's ticking.
That's fucked. Yeah.
That would be kind of like an interesting play. Yeah. Like it could work.
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably off-put a lot of people.
They'd probably hang up on the phone.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going where my art's taking me, and it's so much fun. And I think that like space of like EDM, like, you know, the deep dub 140 is like the most creative space in all of EDM, in my opinion.
Do you feel like it has to do with the culture, like the people, or just the actual music production?
The culture is very good. I love it. Yeah, it's good. But I just think the production, dude, it's so crazy. It's like
you can throw whatever the fuck you want in there.
You can do anything. You can have like the dopest rappers on this style of music too, and it like goes fucking off. You know what I mean?
I actually haven't heard too much like deep dub that has rappers.
I mean, there's like songs like Float On and stuff on it and stuff.
For sure,
you know what I mean? Like that. Like,
yeah.
Or like I was even like, I have a song I'm gonna put out with QUAKE, and like, you know what I mean? There's just so many different things you can do with that, and yeah, it's just nuts. Like, I'm not saying house isn't creative or anything, because it just fucking is. It's such a good genre, but just something about the 140 just makes me go crazy. Yeah.
Do you think, I mean, for me, the way that I see it too is that there's a lot more space in the track.
I agree.
There's a lot more negative space, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like when you put something in there, it stands out a little bit more. I feel like, I don't know, like house, love house, but there's a constant beat, you know, and that's kind of like always there, keeping your attention.
Yeah. And
there's just more going on sometimes.
No, I agree. Yeah. That's what I liked about house. I just love the
the constant
but
groove.
now I'm like, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, I can't dance as much, but maybe that's why I'm like in the 140 more, because I'm just like
head bobbing a little bit. Yeah, I mean, that's so real. I'm also kind of, I think about this, like I'll go to shows and I want to support people and like kind of vibe and dance, and sometimes that energy in itself will get me to move, but I am kind of at a point where it's like, if I'm not feeling the music, I'm not dancing.
Vibing. Yeah, I'm more of a back of a crowd guy now. Yeah, I used to like, dude, when I first go to the fest, I would love to go to the front and just rage, like dance my ass off. Now I just can't. I just like, I'd like to rather see the whole presentation of it, like all the visuals, you know what I mean, take it all in and be able to talk to your friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, we still get after it, but yeah.
No, yeah. I mean,
but nothing like when you first started going to shows and stuff, like you're just like so excited and in the front. Yeah.
I mean, it's just that it can be a long night, you know, like, and I don't know, I guess I feel like I have to check myself a little bit more. I'm more conscious of my energy levels at a show
for sure
now.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm like, okay, I've had my fill of being up here near the front, I'm gonna go to the back. And kind of just like regen, like just,
I agree,
you know. I hate to be like, yeah, I'm old.
We're getting old, man.
But
We're getting old. Yeah,
bro. I'll go to a show and then I'll come home and I'll be like, oh, my back. I'm like, no.
I used to be able to like go to these like fests for like 3 days and be pretty good. But now I'm like, gotta recover. Take off of work the day after.
Yeah.
Like, recuperate everything you have. Your heart and soul. Yeah. That takes it back to, like, I don't think I could camp ever again. It's just
camping.
so much effort. Yeah.
Are you in Florida? Is there, what's going on like scene wise down there?
There's a really good scene, so it's cool. That's another thing was like how I said take it back to like the Ace Management thing we talked about. Is like I know a lot of people down there, and like there's a venue called TK Lounge. It has like such a similar vibe to like Base Station, like where I started at, and it's like it's such a cool venue. It's like kind of like my little home now. If I want to go to shows, I'm just gonna go there. You know what I mean? And I know a bunch of people already down there, so and I'm gonna come up to Chicago a lot. And wherever like I'll get booked, so it's cool. Yeah, it's all working, which is good. So,
do you have any goals in mind for like touring specifically, like where you're trying to go, venues you're trying to play?
So I did my first tour actually last year with someone named Jackknife. He's a fire producer and artist. We played in Cali, we played in Portland, played Chicago 3 times, we played in Florida. So I'm just trying to produce and get music out, and like wherever my music takes me, that's where like my bookings will take me. You know what I mean? So
do you like traveling like that?
Yeah, I love it. It's very, very exhausting. Like I got to really see what like these people do, like that do this for like a living. It's very, very exhausting, and you have to really treat your body right. And flights are crazy exhausting. Like going from one flight, like I had a 6-hour layover in Vegas. I'm just like, this is nuts. But it's all for my passion,
Go
so it's worth
a little
it.
Bit.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was like, I was so happy about having that layover in Vegas, and I get there, it's like 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh yeah, all the degenerates are gonna be out there, and I don't even gamble. I just want to experience it. I get there, and nothing's open, no food, no one's there. It's not even what I thought it was. Yeah, it sucked. Yeah, but yeah, you gotta really like treat your body right, get sleep as much as possible, and like just go to your hotel after, and have fun. But like obviously do what you want, but. Yeah, it's cool. I want to go to like Europe and play super, super bad because I've traveled there. Like I've been to London and Amsterdam and like.
Did you ever go to Fabric?
No.
It's that club.
Yeah.
I'm going to London. I really want to go to Fabric, but I don't know if I'm gonna be there on a weekend. So I don't know if they're gonna be open.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about Europe? Is it like enticing to you? It's just
the vibe. I love. Yeah. I like my sister got her master's over there. So I got to spend a week there, like during that time she did that. So it was like when I just turned like 21, I was just super fortunate to even have that like opportunity to go see a whole different realm of life. And like, I'm not saying it's like the people over there are better, but they're so different and cultured, and everyone just like minds their own business, and everyone's like so unique and stuff. And I don't know, the architecture of like everything, and like it's so
like older cities,
so historic, and they're so like invested in like in their lives and like what's going around like in the city. I feel like America is just like, I don't know. Yeah, they don't like care as much as what goes on, and people are so quick to judge each other. But it would just be so cool to like go play a show over there. Like the UK vibes and stuff like that are just top notch. That's even from like seeing like just videos, you know what I mean? So yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I mean, that's like, I feel like especially if you like dubstep, it's like,
yeah,
that's a spot
you
like, can go, of
like
course.
DMB too, like fucks over there. Yeah, so it'd be awesome. Yeah, it's gonna happen one day. Yeah,
for sure. Music production wise, like the Grim, you're doing that. Is that gonna like take the front the center stage of like your production?
I think that's what I'm mainly gonna focus on right now, because that's like what I really enjoy making. I'm not like ditching house though. Like I still want to do both, which is like some people are like, oh, like a multi-genre producer, but I don't think it really matters what I make because it's me. You know what I mean? So like it's my creativity.
Now so, you can slot it into, okay, this is Grim.
Yeah.
Or presenting. Like
you're good. Yeah. So whatever I feel like making, that's what I'm gonna do, because that's what I've always done. So yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I want to talk. I want to try to look to the future, because I feel like as artists, you always have to
like manifest kind of things.
Yeah, you kind of got to like figure out where we might be going. Like if the winds change and it's a different genre, like game for that. It doesn't. You don't have to. You just want to make what you want to make.
Yeah, that's just like art. I just want to do whatever I enjoy making. Yeah, and I can do both, and that's where I'm going. And I just love like 140 so much. So yeah, it's really fun.
Where are we going, dude? This is the thing.
Yeah.
I always want to like.
Yeah. Are you saying like there's a fest I could play or something like that, or like?
Well, I mean we could talk about that.
Yeah.
I was more saying that if you look at all the music that's happening right now, like
just in general.
Yeah, like what's like a new genre possible?
I
was thinking the other day, I really love dub techno.
Okay.
And that has kind of its own characteristic sounds.
Yeah.
And there's obviously a lot of this similar-ish sounds with dub, like classic dub and like dubstep.
Yeah.
But I haven't really heard it the same way that they do it, dub techno, over like some other. And I was like, ooh, that would be a cool genre to like
mix,
blend together and see if you can make something new. I'm always just trying to like think of something like that to just experiment with, because that would be exciting to just go down that path.
Yeah, like make something new. Yeah, there's this I forget his name on YouTube. It starts with a B. Maybe it's like Buku, I think. But he just streams.
Buku or Buka?
I think it's Buku.
Buku, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Buku because he just.
He's a big artist. Buku, right?
Yeah, maybe I have the name wrong. I'm sorry, but anyway, yeah. He literally spins a wheel on his YouTube like stream, and he'll just be like two random ass genres, and he'll make like the craziest like songs.
Combine them.
Yeah, it'll be like country and like something stupid, and he'll just like go with it. Like country emo techno, and it's like what the hell or something like that, and it's sick. Yeah, so I don't know. That's why it's just like people just be making the crazy shit right now.
Yeah,
it's sick.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's the way you got to do it.
There's no limits.
Combine shit, because it feels like we've already made. I mean, we haven't made everything, but it feels like that sometimes as a music producer, right? You're like, okay, I can combine genres, but like, am I going to be able to make a new rhythm?
Yeah.
Like, you could.
And if you do, like, you're God. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you'd have to almost make it in a different time signature, or it would have to be just like a rhythm that repeats in a way that is longer than like, okay, we got four on the floor, breakbeat, we got the clave rhythm, like all the Afro Latin shit, like. But it would, I don't know, man. I think it would be cool to explore something new, but it's like, how do you find that?
Yeah, I don't know. Just go where it takes you. I don't know. Yeah, just do random shit.
do you feel like you have to do something new, or is it just like you just want to make music that resonates with you?
Yeah, I don't feel like I have to make something new.
Okay,
just kind of like something,
because that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I want to make something new.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
So I asked this to people like that produce and stuff. I'm like, so I consider myself like an organic producer, where like when I sit down, open up your DAW, like, do you have an idea, or like or do you just kind of like spit out what kind of happens? Like, I just go with whatever happens. Like, I'll just like grab something, start going, and then like 2 hours later I'm like, whoa, that was fucking sick, or it's trash. But a lot of people come with an idea and they want to make a specific thing. So I don't know.
Yeah. And this is just it's just interesting conversation, because everyone kind of works differently. I heard this quote actually from Jacob Collier. He's got a new album, so he's like promoting the shit out of it and doing all these podcasts. But he said that he was talking to, I think dude's name is Chris Martin, the guy from Coldplay.
Okay.
And he was like, like if you're making music that only you can make, that's like when you're doing it right. And that really resonated with me, where I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
How can I make music that only I can make? The first thing that comes to mind is using your own voice, because only you have your own unique voice.
For sure.
Like, I'm sure other people sound like you, someone can impersonate you, whatever. but that would be one thing. But what are some other like things? Like what's like the Ashton sauce? If you could distill one thing that you always do.
I always do. Shit. That's a good question.
See, no, this is what I've been thinking about.
That's a good question.
This is not normal questions that I ask producers. It's just I've been thinking about them.
I think, for like my house stuff, I would bring up like different musicians with me, and that's like we brought a whole different experience to the game.
Collaboration.
Yeah, I love working with other people because like I think I'm okay, but like other people are better, and I'd rather combine minds and make a whole different experience. That's what like when I'd play with like Saxogy and stuff, it was so cool. Like we created nothing out of something, like, or
yeah,
I don't, maybe that's it, right? But
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I don't know, just different.
So collaboration might be a good way to.
That's true. And then I think just bringing in different elements from different genres into my production is what I've done too with like my house music. Like it's not normal house at all, but then I would make some like normal shit, but. Like when I say like normal, like I consider tech house to be kind of that, but that's why we call it like Wook house or like super weird bass house. But then I'd like make a song with a live saxophone player, like not a sample. You know what I mean? So just being unique. Yeah.
I mean, like like you're saying, the tech house, it has a template. It has certain sounds that are gonna be there.
Yeah.
But then you can go off and do your own thing within that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It would just be interesting to create from a place where there's really no like I'm not even using snares or like I'm not like I don't even fucking know how to explain this.
I'm gonna try that.
But yeah, it's like
just like start nothing with like the most like don't even use like a kick.
Like imagine, like as a mental exercise, try making a track that has none of the
like the
classic
stuff,
like just techniques that you do. Like snare on 3. Like no, we're gonna put the snare on the 3.2.
I know what you're
some
saying,
shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It'd be kind of an interesting test. Someone do that. I'll do it and I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
What else, man? What else is going on?
That pretty much sums up what's going on with me right now.
And we're done.
I just moved recently, working on my new like creativity flow. I'm just super happy right now and where I'm going with life, and got really good people around me.
Yeah.
Got really good family, great friends. Life's chilling right now. Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah. Who are I think I asked you this last time, but this also has like a time stamp on it, so it's a good question regardless. Who are some people right now that are like just artists that you really are fucking with, like you?
I mean, kind of still, I still love like the Night Bass, like the AC Slater, and then I mentioned like Tape B. They're just, for me, I just listen to so much, to just random shit. Like even though I said I'm just making like 140 stuff, I still just listen to house daily. Like I love like James Hype and the shit he's making right now. So like even just that kind of vibe too. So I know it's not a great answer, but
that's like your daily driver. Do you have?
Dude, that's my daily driver. Just some house. Yeah. That's like my coffee. Like I don't drink coffee. I'll just slap on some house and I'm like, okay, let's get this day going.
That's your coffee. That's
for real, man. Yeah. I'm like, I've like songs on Spotify, and I probably listen to the same top 20 like songs every day. It's weird.
Do you feel
like that? Because
yeah. Like you'll put them in a playlist, and that's kind of what you listen to.
No, not even just my most recent like top 20.
Yeah. So I kind of do that for myself because I'll make playlists for like spring 2024, and then it's just there's no genre. It's just like whatever tracks I liked in that period of time. But I feel like it's kind of. I was actually thinking about this last night because I was listening to some music and I was just trying to chill, and I felt like I had to keep changing the song, like DJing and like figuring it out.
Interesting.
And I feel like Spotify, when you put it on the related playlist song, whatever it's called, you get a lot of the same songs. And I don't know. I think I'm getting to a point where I don't want to have to DJ when I'm in Spotify.
Want to enjoy it. Yeah, go on SoundCloud then.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But the ads, I mean, I got to get that like
just pay for it.
The go. Yeah, I already pay for the other account.
Yeah.
But yeah, you think SoundCloud's still like?
Yeah, I love SoundCloud.
Still the spot.
It's great. It's so good. That's where you get like all the juice, like the sauce there. Yeah, it's so good.
We always talk about that too. That it's just like SoundCloud will never die fully.
No, never. Yeah, it's so popular. Like if you produce or like you're trying to get tracks for like a show and you're trying to get something different that no one's probably ever heard before, and you'll like find a free download that has like 2,000 plays, but it's like the craziest fucking song ever.
Yeah,
that's the spot.
That's definitely the spot.
It's so fire. Yeah,
man, like Spotify, it's like I feel like it's the sound quality is good.
Yeah, I love Spotify.
I love that, but it's also
different like space for what you want to do sometimes. Yeah,
for sure. All right, man. Well, I know that you were saying that like you wanted to cut it like 1:30ish, so I got a little wrap up question.
That's cool.
Then we can
sounds good, man. Yeah.
So the wrap up question is, we talked about your first concert.
Oh, I'm ready for this.
But what was the game changer, the most impactful concert that you went to?
Okay, it was definitely in North Coast when it was on the Northerly Island.
I like how you just had something,
dude. Yeah,
ready.
It was. Yeah, 'cause I told you I'm ready for this one. Yeah, it was like I didn't want to say the name, but he was pretty big. He played, and then it was like Jive Wolf. It was a bass actor. Yeah.
Who was it?
It was. Yeah, but
it's cool, man. I went to tons of bass.
Yeah, no, it's cool. But that fest though, that was the one where I'm like, dude, I'm in this genre of music.
Wait, this was North Coast? You said?
Yeah. Well, it was on like the on the water line.
It was on at Northerly Island.
Yeah.
Was it? Was this a while ago? Because I don't remember. Because they used to do it at Union Park for a long time.
Am I thinking? Now
wait, was it Spring Awakening? No, you might.
Am I right?
I don't know. I'm like,
yeah, because they just moved it to the soccer stadium.
Yeah, they were doing it at Union Park for a long time, and I've seen Bass Nectar at Union Park.
Maybe that's it. Okay, but that's the one though. That's like the one that got me like in it though. Yeah, and then I'm like, this is like the coolest shit I've ever seen.
You said Jai Wolf?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I can't even think of the other artist. What's the one with Diplo when he has like his
Major Lazer?
Yeah, it was Major Lazer. Yeah, that one. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. It just,
dude.
Yeah, just like I don't know. That was like the one. I'm like, yeah, this
Major
genre.
Lazer days of Diplo. When also like, and then that moved into like Jack U for that brief period of time. Like that was such a good era. Now I'm not sure.
No, I'm not about it at all. But like at that moment, it was cool. Yeah,
I still respect Diplo just for being that tastemaker and just trying to look ahead. Kind of like what I was saying, like what's going to be the new genre. It's like I feel like that's a question that probably goes around in his head all the time. He's like, what's going to be the next thing? What's going to be the next thing?
I agree. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But there was a period of time where I thought Diplo was like the guy.
yeah, like that era, like when like Skrillex was everything, and then Diplo, they were just conquering everything.
I mean, it makes sense that even just in a life span thing, like Diplo has been around for a long time.
It's hard to keep that longevity.
Yeah. I still think he's really wise when it comes to, like, I'll listen to like an interview with him and he'll say some shit that I'm like, this guy knows.
Yeah.
That dude fucking travels. Also, Florida man.
Yep. It's something about the sun.
Yeah. Nice. I really want to like track down what this show was now, because like I'm wondering if I was there. That's part of the reason why I'm like, because
where's my phone? Oh.
I'll look it up after.
Yeah, okay, cool. I was like, yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. Also, just a fun other question. What would be like the most like impactful concert that you played? Like what was like your best show?
I would definitely say the when I played North Coast in the Fire Pit.
Was that this last year?
No, not last year, but the year before. It was just very impactful because I did like the voting contest. the year before that, and I hate asking people to like do things.
Yeah.
Dude, that was the most excruciating. Like,
dude, please just vote.
I had all my friends, like, you know, messaging people on Facebook, and I'd post every day, and like, you know, I came in like 5th place, but though that I'll be thankful for that moment, because that gave me the exposure online and like so much, and people were like, and I put out mixes all the time. And this is like before I really started like, you know, producing. So I was just slapping mixes on SoundCloud, and then, you know, my mix for like the North Coast, it got a lot of plays. And then after that experience, I started producing. But yeah, then I came in 5th place. But and then the year after, I just got booked for North Coast, and I was like, dude, all the fucking effort, you know, all the karma, you know, all like the strenuous stress of like, you know, can you help me out? Because I don't want to ask someone like to vote for me, because you can vote every day.
Yeah, you can have people. Yeah,
every
so for
day.
people who don't know, I've done this before too. You submit like a track or a mix, whatever they're looking for, and then literally you can have people vote every day up until whatever it ends.
Yeah,
and dude, you can't.
It's hard.
You spam people. You can't help it. Like, you have to.
The guy that won, genius idea. He had a QR code, and he played a show. And it was like, please vote for me for North Coast. And he had it, and it was like in front of his decks, and everyone was just like, oh, they're genius. So yeah, it's about votes. But yeah, just to be like, put all the effort and then be booked for North Coast, it was magical. I did cry like after I played. It was just a lot, because it's like you have all your friends there, like people showed up. It was such a cool moment. Yeah.
How did you end up getting booked for that one?
Through Collective. Yeah, because I would play shows for them like at like Soundbar and like, you know, all around, and you know, they gave me the opportunity, so shout out to them. I appreciate it. Yeah,
see, that's the thing though that we were talking about before. It's like
you never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like instead of like whoring yourself out and be like, please vote, like you could just get a little bit more familiar with the people that are putting it on, and maybe they would give you a chance.
It was all from just like I said from the beginning, like taking a chance at Cairo, and then hanging out with the base station people, and then getting like, as a house artist, going in the city and meeting all those people, and just combining all their friend groups. Yeah, and
the fire pit's really cool too.
It is. It's fire.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Last year they had the submersive guys in the Void system, and that shit sounded
shout out to all the people that run Void,
dude.
Yeah. That's what I played on the Void too when I did it. It was crazy.
Yeah, it sounds so good.
Just for even a fire pit, and like all the other stages are crazy too. Like they've done really good that festival, like upgrading it.
Yeah,
but even just that little fire pit, man,
it's cool. It's small. It's a small stage, but it's like,
it's awesome.
Good.
Yeah,
you can feel that fire from far away.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you again for coming through.
Yeah, thank you as well.
It's been a busy weekend.
Yeah.
Any shout? I mean, you shouted out some people, but I always like to just give you the chance to shout out whoever you'd like before we sign off.
Honestly, I don't want to really like shout out anyone specifically. Just like, honestly, if you ever supported me, been my friend in my life, you know, helped me get to this journey where I am. I love all you, and I hope the best for everyone, you know, I come across in this life. So yeah,
hell yeah. Where can people find you online? Yeah, so all my socials, are Ashton. That's me, all one word. You know, Instagram, everything. So yeah, nice. That's nice that you just didn't have to add like random numbers or some shit like that. Well, I tried to get Ashton, and it's not possible. It's just like elderly, like lady, like white lady. I think she lives in like the UK or something. She has like 4,000 followers, and I just like tried to get it and never answered me. So one day maybe I can scoop that up. Yeah. But until then, yeah, Ashton, that's me. All right. Well, you know where to find him. I'll put links as well. And thank you guys for listening. Thanks for having me. And appreciate this. We'll catch you next time. Peace.